that we're starting it. Hi, hello, everyone. My name is Zeotrex, and, well, it's been a long time a-coming. Today we are finally talking about K-pop Demon Hunters. Released on Netflix earlier this summer, K-pop Demon Hunters is about a K-pop group who, well, fights demons. They're demon hunters. They're thrown a bone when a new boy band comes in, and they're demons. Meanwhile, their lead singer, Rumi, struggles with their own... Why am I explaining this to you? Everyone and their cats and dogs and grandmothers have seen this film. This film has really blown the fuck up over the summer. I'm gonna throw away these. I just realized. I'm sorry. I just realized. This film has blown up over this summer. And, like, it got a theatrical event. It's records. I think it's still the highest viewed movie on the platform right now. Highest ever. Their fictional band outnumbering real K-pop bands, even getting nominated for VMA. That just happened today. It's insane to see. So, I was never against this movie coming out. Like, when it was coming out, the name K-pop Demon Hunters did seem a bit like, But I think that's just really the reputation that K-pop has gotten, and I will say it's a bit more of an immature mindset. Like, yeah, like, I had that mindset too, that, oh, K-pop is so cringe, when it's like, dude, it's another fucking music genre. I don't listen to it, but I also don't, Everyone likes to share the clip from the beginning of them doing the funny meme face, like that, which I do like. I do think is funny. But I sat down, I watched it, and I thought it was alright. I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like... Okay, I liked this film. I really liked it. I've seen it a few times, I've rewatched it a few times, and it is a great movie when you actually sit down and you do give it a chance. And I think that's what's really... what is really holding this movie back. I think a lot of the, not really criticism, but like kind of hate that this movie has been getting has just been people who haven't seen it. They see the name, they see that clip, and they're like, oh, this movie is so Reddit. And another dumbass argument, oh, they took Dexter off Netflix for this, because that's totally how things work. But, if you actually sit down and give the movie a chance, it's great. I think it is a great movie. I'll be getting into spoilers, but, I mean, you've probably already seen this movie. Damn, everyone has seen this movie. So, first off, the animation. I really don't mind how expressive they get. I know that might turn some people off, but it has this sort of... I'm sorry, I have no other way of describing it. Anime feeling to it. I know that's weird considering... I don't like saying that considering this is Korean. This is Korean culture. I don't know how else to explain that, like kawaii, anime, kind of, it is stylistic, and I love how, in the script, I wrote that it wasn't, like, 2.5D, I gave it another rewatch before this, it kind of is, where the animation is at, like, a specific frame rate, that Spider-Verse, that has Flow, TMNT, Arcane, has been doing, which makes sense. It is Sony Pictures Animation who has done Spider-Verse, and I love how colorful it is. There are some great pops of color, of neon, and it's great, and I wish they released it on 4K. They might do a physical 4K release, I'm gonna get that. But so, yeah. The animation's great. I really like the animation. I know a lot of people want to complain about the fact of how expressive it is, which I don't have that big of an issue with again. I like expressive stuff. I like it when I like it when animation does go more into this, like, territory here, where it's much more expressive and doesn't feel like we're trying to go more into realism. Because while I do think realism in animation is cool to see, I also do much rather prefer this more stylistic thing. With Spider-Verse and its comic books. I bring it up every time there's like a new animated project. Again, animation is cinema. Let's get into the music. It is, again, I wasn't a K-pop fan. but I'm also not like immature and like a straight hard K-pop hater. It's a genuine music genre. I mean, if I like J-pop, which is Japanese pop, why shouldn't I like K-pop, which, you know, I guess the stan culture behind it is much more toxic, but I mean, we Americans, we have toxic stan culture in general is just really fucking toxic. But like, why should I rule out K-pop if like people like Taylor Swift or Melanie Martinez or Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, they also have like pretty toxic fan bases, especially Taylor Swift, who are reacting very weirdly to that engagement. Yeah, I wasn't that, you know, a few songs I like are like the more like mainstream, like they made their way to America. You know, I'm not a BTS listener or whatever, but you know, Hyuna, I think that's how you pronounce it. I listen to a little bit of Gangnam Style. The soundtrack's great. Okay, I wish there were more songs. I wish Huntrick, like, this isn't a complaint with the film. This is just me praising the film because I want to hear more from Huntrix, which is the band from the movie, because it's catchy, you know. Gonna be golden, gonna be golden. It's a takedown. Like, it's all great, and Twice also did that. The Saja Boys, who I'd also say are pretty good villains for the most part, and I say for the most part because some of them don't really do that much, really, but their two songs are great. You know, Soda Pop, it's more so a parody. The Saja Boys are a parody of boy bands, and Soda Pop is a parody of that, you know, but it is a genuine like earworm. But Your Idol is genuinely such a great fucking villain song. It's like, all the songs are stuck in my head at this point. And let's just kind of get into the villains here. So the main villain is Guima, who is voiced by the Squid Game guy, Bong Yoon-yi. I'm sorry, I fuck up a lot with Korean names, but he's voiced by the guy from Squid Game, which I feel bad saying. And he has a really cool design. I hope we get to see more of him, even though he died at the end, kind of, I guess. Jinu, I also liked. He's sort of the more prominent antagonist. He's not fully evil, but he is an antagonist. He's kind of an asshole, but he also does have like a genuine heart, and that's why Rumi sees this good in him. She's like, you know, what happened with you and your family, from what she knows of, wasn't really like his fault. I mean, the twist is that he did abandon his family, like, and he told her that he was kicked out, but no, he had abandoned his family. And yeah, so yeah, I like Jinu. I thought he was great. The other Saja Boys, I think, are fine. This is kind of where I say that for the most part, because Jinu is really the more important one. You have Mystery, who has this like funny little side plot with Zoe, who I'll get into the Huntrix members in a minute. I thought that was pretty funny because they have his face is covered. Romance doesn't do much. Baby Saja, I like how he is a parody / critique on the infantilization of like K-pop members. Like, oh my god, he's so baby, and like that's what he is. It's making fun. And Abby is voiced by ProZD, who I know for those vines. You know, I keep forgetting that he's like a genuine voice actor. So yeah, our main characters. Rumi. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink. Rumi, Zoe, Mira, and Mira. So Rumi is the lead. Her mother was a Sunlight Sister, who was the band before them, and she's half human, half demon, which, you know, they hunt. And again, I love the relationship that she has with Jinu, and she is given the spotlight in this movie. Now Mira is this sort of tough, badass girl who throughout the film clashes with Rumi. And she has a temper, she gets angry, she kind of snaps at people. Then there's Zoe, who is a American Korean. I love Zoe. I'd say she's my favorite, but this is probably like the only really criticism that I would have about this film. So the final song, why do we cover up the colors in our head? It's like, it's all of them together. That's, the power of friendship. This is where I'm kind of conflicted, because in the song, Zoey says, why do I cover up the colors inside my head? Which is then followed by Mira, should have let the jagged edge meet the light instead. Feeling like a fucking music reviewer. Now, like I mentioned, Mira and Rumi do get into arguments in this film. It does take up a bit of the second act, where Mira is like, you need to get your fucking shit together, Rumi. We need to write this song. Why are you changing our lyrics? Why are you so hesitant all of a sudden? What is going on with you? And Zoey, Zoey's arc, I don't feel is that expanded upon. Kind of, because I can also think back to moments where it's like, yeah, what I'm trying to get at here is that line to me suggests that she is too bubbly. She is too energetic and kind of, not, I wouldn't want to say dumb, but you get what I'm saying. When there are a few times in the movie, she takes Rumi and Mira to the doctor, where she takes Rumi and Mira to the doctor to fix Rumi's voice, and was it like a fake scam doctor, or how she is crushing on one of the Saja boys. She is a bit lightheaded, and there is that cultural clash between the two. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of something I should probably think about. I still love Zoey, though. Again, it's really my only complaint about this movie, and it's most likely just me nitpicking, or should probably give the movie another watch, even though I've watched it 3 times now. Again, the story is great, and it's simple. It's a simple story, but then midway through, you really get whoa, this is good. And again, this entire fucking climax is so goddamn good, especially when it gets all rainbowy. This is what I mean. The colors really pop, especially through HDR and on TV. I really wish I got to see that fucking sing-along experience. I would have loved to see that in theaters. This movie is also pretty funny. It has again, the expressiveness does add a little bit to the humor. There were lots of times where I laughed, and I had a really fun time. I don't know what to say about this movie, honestly. I've said probably what everyone else has said about it. It's just a great film, and I'm kind of upset it took me this long to review it, but it's better late than never. It's here. I do think K-Pop Demon Hunters deserves all of the attention it is currently getting right now. I hope we get a sequel. I hope it's 100% getting a sequel. They're talking about it you can't just let this not go. I hope it wins awards. I hope it gets nominated for Oscars, hopefully. It wins all it can. This is my year's Flow. This is 2025's Flow. Whereas that movie, which I should probably just upload the review for already. I tried editing it, but I still kind of in that editing funk. Whereas that year, I wanted Flow to really succeed and do well and get all the attention. This year, I want this movie to do well and get all the attention, because, I mean, what more can I say about animation? I love animation so much. I love that this is the direction that we're going in. Sony Pictures, it's really funny, because not too long ago, around almost 10 years, coming up 2 years, almost 10 years, they released the Emoji Movie. And wow, that was shit. And then a year later, they released Into the Spider-Verse. And I feel like ever since then, it's been mostly up. They might have had a few misses, but I mean, Mitchell's vs. the Machines, Spider-Verse, again, K-Pop Demon Hunters. I heard Fixed wasn't even that bad. A lot of people want to compare Fixed to this movie. I mean, this is a movie about demon hunters. That's a movie about a dog getting his balls chopped off. It's funny, heartfelt, heartwarming, great soundtrack that I listen to on the daily. It gets an A. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this movie. I just wanted to talk about it on the channel because first of all, I have nothing for August. And yeah, so my next review will probably be Alien Earth. Not counting, I'm gonna review Alien Earth when that finishes. I just don't know if that might be my next review. Depends on what comes out. Until then,